My dad kept getting busier and busier. Years went by, and the men he brought into his study went from lowly 7th-rank nobodies to 3rd-rank officials. Then came the infamous Eastern Depot enforcers, and eventually, the regent who held the whole court in his fist. The color of his robes kept getting darker. His frame kept getting thinner, but his eyes kept getting colder. That scholar who used to blush just from seeing my mom, he was gone. The one who survived was a ruthless power broker who played the corrupt court like a game. If my mom were still here, she'd cry her eyes out over him. 4 years later, the princess was pregnant again. She rode into the palace in a fancy carriage, all proud to deliver the news. Didn't come back until late that night. The carriage that left empty came back stuffed with gold and silver gifts. She strutted through the door like a peacock showing off its feathers. Then she spotted me sitting there studying. She drove her foot straight into my chest. It hit with a dull thud. Then she grabbed me by the collar, pinching my cheeks hard between her thumb and finger. Just like your filthy mother. Makes me sick just looking at you. She used to torment me slow and steady, but now that she had real power behind her, she didn't hold back anymore. I was about to pass out when her maid Bilan rushed in and stopped her. That woman got off too easy dying back then. Let's keep this little wretch alive and make her suffer slow. Let her pay for her mother's sins. Besides, the prince consort is on his way back. He's about to get promoted again. Killing her now might make you look bad in his eyes. Once you give birth to the heir, he'll naturally toss this wild girl aside. The princess liked the sound of that. She flung me to the ground like trash. I'll let you keep breathing in for now. We'll settle up later. She gently touched her belly, a shy, satisfied smile spreading across her face. Then she swept back to her room, making a whole show of it. Watching her walk away, I coughed up a bloody glob onto the floor, and smiled without a sound. What an idiot. She had no idea the baby she was carrying wasn't my dad's. My dad despised her to his core. Even touching her with a finger felt like filth to him. There was no way he'd let her carry his child. On those smoky, incense-filled nights in the princess's manor, who really climbed into her bed, a beggar off the street or a death row prisoner from the jail, only my dad knew. My dad tracked down a few of those thugs from back then. In a dark dungeon, those animals were on their knees, kowtowing like crazy, begging him to let them live. Fighting to be first, they spilled everything to save their own skin. It was the princess. The princess told us that woman was just some lowlife. Said we could do whatever we wanted with her. My dad heard it all. He sat there for a long time. No rage, no screaming. Nothing. Then, out of dead silence, he suddenly burst out laughing. He was doubled over, saying the word lowlife over and over again. Laughed until tears ran down his face. Laughed until he had nothing left. Then collapsed to his knees, hands over his face. Gasping like he was dying. The next day, in the side room next to my mom's memorial hall, my dad put on a little show, right in front of me. That silver blade flew through his hands and blood splattered across his face, blooming like some dark, twisted flower. He was drenched in it, like a demon crawled straight out of hell. Then he turned and looked at me. His eyes were full of the warmest, gentlest smile. Yo, you scared? No, I'm Daddy's kid. Daddy's lost his mind, and how could I ever be normal? That night, 5 lanterns of repentance appeared hanging from the beams of my mom's memorial hall, swaying and flickering in the candlelight. I knew this was just the beginning. My dad was past the point of no return. And honestly, I didn't want to turn back either.